I welcome everyone to my channel, and in this video I suggest that you immerse yourself with me in the unique true romanticism of the plot of Marc Chagall's Painting Over the City. Marc Chagall is a Russian, and at the same time a French master, of the avant-garde direction in 20th century painting. His paintings are surreal and unique. The creation of immortalized masterpieces of Marc was inspired by his wife, the love of his life Bella. They met in their native Vitebsk, but at that time they had different social status. He was the son of a poor Jewish handyman. She was the daughter of a rich jeweler. Therefore, the couple was forced to go against the opinion of parents and society, putting their true love above all. Chagall began painting a picture over the city in 1914 year, after a long-awaited meeting with his beloved. The separation lasted 4 years, when the artist was forced to leave for Paris in order to learn the art of painting, and in the future create a world-famous name for himself. On one of the most popular canvases, he depicted that endless and pure love of two people, forcing them to break away from the earthly gray reality and soar, merging happy souls together. In the picture, we see the flight of two lovers. This is the artist himself and his beloved wife and muse Bella, who soar over Vitebsk, their hometown, where fate once brought them together. In flight, the Marc gently holding a bell, letting her feel his care and devotion, a carefree float dissolving in their mutual love. He was relaxed and can afford to give himself up completely to the flight, letting go of all the worries about the routine worries of the mundane routine. She is dressed in a smart dress and neat shoes, which make this flight even more solemn and festive. Marc turns his head back, as if saying goodbye to his hometown. For him now there is nothing more important than a spiritual reunion with his love. And indeed, the painter will very soon leave the country, and subsequently Europe, fleeing from Nazi persecutors, who aimed at the extermination of his people. He is wearing a green shirt, symbolizing the color of nature, life, and eternal renewal. Lovers seem to leave this world, filled with flat and empty realities. They now have only their bright and joyful world, created by true love. A noticeable dualism in the picture is the carelessness and romanticism of the soaring lovers, and the habitual worldliness that is below them. Small houses look simple and very impersonal. They seem to be shrouded in a morning haze, emphasizing their insignificance, and only interspersed with yellow and red shades, lush vegetation in the distance, and a snow-white temple remind us of the city that played a crucial role in the life of a couple in love. A carefree and indifferent goat in the garden, and a funny character under the fence with his pants down and caught in the process of committing an obscene act, adds humorous irony to the picture, diluting the seriousness of the moment, and once again emphasize the dry prosaic world that lovers leave to their happiness. Chagall wrote, "This is happiness, happiness to be with the love of your life, despite the difference in social status and the categorical protests of the family." Marc loved life, believed in true love, and knew how to be truly happy. Hence the happy marriage with Bella, successful emigration and recognition in Paris, as well as a long life, in which the artist was fully realized. Chagall lived for almost 100 years. The artist was extremely successful, especially after he left Russia in the early 20s. The final break with his homeland did not prevent him from finding new genres and expressions of ideological ideas, and earning a decent fortune. It is believed that France and Russia dispute whose Chagall artist is Russian or French. Here we can take into account the fact that Chagall was a French citizen for most of his life, but I think that the issue of citizenship in the history of the artist is not a primary matter. He described a large number of his strong works in the then Russian Empire, but still, Chagall is neither one nor the other. The artist was most attracted by his Jewish roots and culture. The plot of most of his paintings, translated into the language of painting, is Jewish folklore. In one of his essays he says, "If I were not a Jew, as I understand it, I would not be an artist, or would be a completely different artist." At the end of the analysis of the beautiful picture above the city, we can say that the unique, so mysterious, and at the same time understandable on a sensual level, Marc Chagall is the only one who managed to visually depict the high-flown expression of flying with happiness. This picture is an endless flight of fantasy inspired by love and dreams of the future. Currently, the work can be seen in the exposition of the State Tretyakov Gallery, and plunge headlong into the atmosphere of the sweet flight of lovers. I hope that you managed to get into the romance of Marc Chagall's work. Be sure to share your impressions in the comments and subscribe to my channel so as not to miss the next dive into the plans of the great artists of the world painting.